Hey ladies, it's Mocha Mommy here bringing you another video. And in this video, I want to talk about the new flex, just basically what wealthy people are doing, and that is gardening. More and more people are becoming increasingly self-sufficient. Some of the number one demands for products on properties right now are chicken coops. Gardening is a humongous business and it is really growing. Even with prices of fertilizer and seed really at an all-time high, at historic highs, it has not slowed down the market at all. We're seeing that right now, the chickens are the new flex. And I've said this a long time ago. And I just really want you ladies to catch on the tailwind of a quick growing industry and what you need to do to capitalize on it. My first tip would be to participate in a CSA, or community supported agriculture. There are very large nationwide ones like Misfit Markets or Imperfect Foods, but there are also local ones. You're going to find that there's going to be a lot of wealthier people in your community who are skipping the grocery store simply because the grocery store, the prices are inflated, not just because food is costing more, but also the labor and the logistics of food is costing more, and that's being translated into the price. So if you can eliminate that, you might actually be able to save some money, and not to mention build a good network of people who are maybe on the more wealthier end. So also, ladies, CSAs, you usually can pick your box up once a week, bi-weekly, monthly, depending on the subscription you have. And I'm telling you, it's costing about the same as much. You ladies are going to find that a lot of times things at your farmer's market and through these food subscription services, you might be able to save some money simply because of the overinflated grocery store prices. Another thing you ladies may want to do is get a meal subscription service. Things like Blue Apron, HelloFresh, Marley Spoon, Hungry Root, Purple Carrot. All of these services really are starting to be just as cost effective as eating out or shopping for your own groceries. They have a lot of really great introductory offers, and I'm going to post a bunch of them down in the comment section below, especially ones that are attached to Black influencers, simply because you can help your sis get a little coin, as well as having healthier meal options delivered to you. Listen, a lot of times when we don't have time to go to the grocery store, we end up eating out or getting food delivered. And when we really add up those delivery costs, the tip, it might just be better to just have those bi-monthly or monthly deductions really come out for a meal subscription services. Many of these meals are done in less than 30 minutes. Many of them have large portions like family of 2, family of 4, where you can cook meals on a Sunday and then store them for the future. Some of them deliver weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, however often you want to do it. Because let's be honest, we're probably spending it eating out when we don't have time to get to the store. So I'm going to make sure I list all of those discount offers that many of these Black lifestyle influencers are listing, so you can save some money on these introductory offers. And then guess what? You can go from service to service to service to service. And then when you find out, if you use something like Green Chef, they're going to email you back after your introductory rate is offered and offer you something even better. If you find out that you go to Purple Carrot and that introductory rate expires, they're going to email you back a month later, 45 days later with a better offer so that you can make sure that you can keep your costs effective. And you can always cost and compare. You can call their customer service lines and they can even offer you things like free meals or discounts on your shipment costs or delivery. They're willing to work with you. And because they purchase their food and produce wholesale, that savings does get passed on to you. Unlike when you do eat out at a restaurant and get DoorDash, those offers expire very quickly. And you're going to start finding, those of you who've been using those services for a while, that those services are getting a lot more expensive. And and the quality that they've been giving you has been going down. Whereas a lot of these meal subscription services, they know that they're under competition and they really have stepped up a lot. I mean, I was not crazy about Marley Spoon that I used a year ago, but now they've really stepped up as far as their spices, their seasonings, their meal offerings. Butcher Box has really started expanding. Hungry Root, once upon a time, was only for vegans, and now they offer options for non-vegans. So these services are really stepping up, ladies, and really think about getting involved. I'm going to make sure I put those videos down below that you can watch the review. You can support that Black influencer by giving her a like, and then use her discount code so that both of y'all can get a little coin. Another option is buying in bulk. Services like Boxly, services like Azure Standard. You can possibly find people to go in with for bulk shopping for dry goods, cleaning products, non-perishables. And also, if you ladies want to go on to a bigger commercial venture or getting that food safety certificate and start selling what it is you make. So you might want to try to do that at some of your local farmers markets for some of those of you who are good bakers. Also, there are Sam's Clubs and Costco where we can go in and share with family, friends, and coworkers the membership costs and fees, and also the bulk items we could split. You get the laundry detergent, I'll get the dog food, or we both split the toilet paper and paper towel. I mean, however you decide to do it. But shopping in bulk, learning to can, learning to preserve, and also saving on those non-perishables that you know that you need all the time. Now, I know it's hard for those of us who live in small spaces, but think of some really creative storage ways. I know I've seen some people put their beds up on higher casters so that they can store non-perishables under their bed, or things like detergent and like paper goods underneath the bed. Also, vertical storage above the closet spaces for items like bulk bottles of shampoo and soap. And even so, like areas under desks and tables or behind couches, however you decide to do it. If you want to make sure you maximize your space maximizing ideas for closets and cabinets. And if you do want to store things long term, but ladies, it's just a good idea to start stocking up, buying in bulk, finding creative ways to store those things, and making sure that you are secure for your future. And of course, I'm always an advocate of small space gardening. I'm working with a few companies now, and I will give you ladies the feedback about things like small space gardening solutions, small space gardening mediums, small space plant varieties that can be grown in things like containers and balcony gardens and window boxes, and even home hydroponics. I'll definitely keep you ladies posted on what are the more reliable, cost-effective companies that are doing things like that. So ladies, I want you to stay encouraged and just really know that there's a huge community out there of people who are about food sovereignty and about just making more healthful and more informed choices as far as their food supply. And this community has brought me so much encouragement. I've met everyone from the most left-leaning, crunchy granola hippie to some of your more right-wing, conservative, self-determined, self-sufficient individuals. And yet we all bond over the areas of, food sovereignty, food safety, food security. And it's been such an encouraging community. And I want to spread that community onto you. So even if you can survive this current storm of high grocery prices and inaccessibility, even if you survive it, just know that the next generation may not be as lucky. So if you have children, nieces, nephews, young women you're mentoring, you really want to pass these skills on to them. So if you know how to can and preserve and freeze dry and divide things by bulk and create community around food safety, it's a skill that you want to pass on to the next generation. So ladies, this is Mocha Mommy. I'll see you in the next video, and stay encouraged.